We have completed building the Hungry Traveling Snake project from the YBite Python curriculum available at www.ybyte.in. Our snake goes to all the food items that it must eat. As it eats, a tail grows, and the snake must then come back to the beginning, after which we display how many steps the snake took. Now, of course, we can enhance this in many ways once we understand the basics. But at this point, I just want to relate back to one of the very interesting learning goals from this activity, which is its connection to the traveling salesman problem. Remember, the traveling salesman problem basically asks a question: what is the shortest route to visit all locations and come back? For example, this guy must go to all these places, must come back. Now, this is exactly what our, the snakehead is doing. Let's take an example. Let's say my snakehead is really, let's say, unplanned in its activities. For example, it catches, say, this, then decides that it catch something quite far from it, and then decides, that, let's say, I'll go and catch something again quite far. Then suddenly remembers that, oops, didn't even catch it. So let's say I catch this one. I caught these two. Then I suddenly remember that, okay, there is something at the very end over there. Now, clearly, this snakehead is not being smart, and there must be a way to sort of figure this out. Now, let's say I want to catch this. You can very clearly see that I'm not being quite particular about the order that I'm following, and I'm taking many more steps than what I should really need to. I, in fact, miss that. Let me go and try to change my mind. I will go and collect this snake. Probably I'll go and collect this now. I will go perhaps take a stroll around the park, and then when I come back, clearly see I've taken a very circuitous route. When I come back, I have taken a lot of steps. Now, at this point, it'll be amazing if I can tell, hey, that's just too many steps. Or if I did a very good route, if I could tell, yes, this is a good. Now, that will be really cool. In fact, now remember, when the game starts, we create the list of foods. We can also store the locations of each of the food items. This will give us an idea of how far each item is from each other, and then we can work out a good number of maximum steps taken. At the very least, I think we should be able to call out, if the player took a really circuitous route like I just showed you. Now, solving traveling salesman problem in general is quite hard. Using brute force doesn't work because there are just too many possibilities, even with this, a 10-step route. But, definitely we should think of some heuristics. Probably one of the ways could be that, okay, at every point I'm going to go to my nearest next food available. That seems quite logical, but it will be really cool if you can think of this as an enhancement. And that's why I wanted to leave you here. Apart from many other enhancements that I could think of, for example, giving a snake head, and more elaborate shape, for example, slightly different rules. Maybe snakes must eat foods in a certain order. Maybe there are 2, 3 different types of foods. Maybe, a different color to each food, playing boundary, some obstacles, some kind of an initial cool off period where snakehead moves slowly in the beginning and then starts moving fast. And like I said, some kind of, solving a traveling salesman problem. Really, a lot of things we can do if we stay systematic, try to understand the basics, and try to enjoy the process. And that is my message to you. This game is quite beautiful. It's a remake of a game that we have done in Scratch. Hence, it gives us a lot of opportunity to think about how things work in Scratch, how things work in Python, compare and contrast ideas, build your own modifications, and enjoy the process. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye. If you think this way of learning programming by building activities, by enhancing them, by thinking about them, if it's something that you enjoy, look at our website www.ybyte.in, because we have many such activities for you. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.